Hello everybody, and today we're going to be doing something a bit different. Now, you might know that, well, the only thing I have on my channel since I started it was what if civilization started differently. But today, I'm going to be doing something else. We're going to be doing random stuff with a map of 1790. Hope you enjoy, and please subscribe. It helps channels like us. Seriously, please, sub. I mean, you don't need to if you don't want to. You can always unsubscribe later, but hope you enjoyed the video. Now, I want to start with France, as France would probably just go into Alsace-Lorraine, to be honest. And that's exactly what they're about to do, invading this small German state. Now, Alsace-Lorraine was still practically a mess of tiny states at this point, though France was getting close to unifying it. Color is terrible there. So France invades this tiny country, as I am not giving it a name since I do not know its name, but capitulates easily. And obviously, in the peace deal, well, there goes that tiny country. Okay, it's gonna take a while to clean this up. That's the only thing I hate about this. I just don't know how to cut. So you guys have to watch me clean this up. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, there, it's been cleaned up, at least a bit. But anyways, alternate brothers war, everyone. Yay. Now, you might think, well, Austria is really powerful. Well, Prussia is also really powerful, though you might not see it, obviously. But let's have this invasion. The first invasion would come from Bavaria, as the Bavarians would probably actually did want to take a big role in the HRE, but I mean, tell me, who do you think would take the big role? To be honest, it would either be Saxony, Bohemia before it got annexed, or Austria, because they have Belgium and they also have, well, Czechia and Austria. But anyways, Bavaria makes the first stance, invading, I need a lighter color, invading it up into Czechia but getting kicked out. Then invading south and managing to not get kicked, as the more they invade, the more, well, these guys have time to prepare. Then an invasion from Prussia comes. I hate the Prussians annex or invade this tiny Austrian thing. I don't know why. Oh wait, no. But then they begin invading over here and down Silesia. The Poles might have wanted Silesia, but to be honest, they weren't getting it. So, the Prussians make it down Silesia, and as they do that, the Saxonies, I don't know what Saxons, I guess, but that would be over Anglo-Saxon. I'm just going to call them Saxon. Also begin invading into Czechia, as everyone wants the tiny piece of Czech land. Now, shut up, no advantage. The Czechs are getting basically fully invaded, as, well, Silesia is gone to the Prussians. They would actually keep that for a long time, and I mean long time, until the Soviets over here decided that, hey, we want to screw Germany over by giving them border along the Oder River. But anyways, the Saxons would also make a, well, semi-good push into Czechia, but the Prussians would be the best ones in favor, as they would basically move Austrian forces from here, blocking Bavaria off of all of this, allowing the Bavarians to step into Czechia themselves. Oh wait, no, wrong color. And the Bavarians tried to blitz, but blitz wasn't really here. It wasn't here until, who knows how, until the 1940s and a bit before, but as you can see, spearhead to Vienna. And these guys were also occupying small German states along the way. Their small German state occupied. But anyways, the Prussians kept invading Bohemia, which it wasn't called Czechia, it was just called Bohemia. And at this point, the Austrians begin to, well, get kicked out of here. But this isn't the end, as, let me get a good color. Is this a good color? Think so. The Hungarians revolt. Thankfully, I didn't have to do anything, since Austria was actually literally just this. Oh wait, never mind, that's Russia. There, that's a better color. Yeah, you can definitely tell that apart. Wait, I want you to be the main color. Can you tell that apart? Yes, you can. Okay, so the Hungarians revolt from the Austrians, but they don't really step into Austrian land, as that isn't in their best interest. But the Ottoman Empire has their eyes on Hungary. But every single European country says, if you take one step into Hungary, we will invade you and split you into 5 million states. I'm not kidding. We will make you as divided as these guys. But anyways, the Saxons finally make some pushes, finally, well, reviving their states of, hey, we want to be existent in Czechia. But Prussians basically just stopped that by basically just cutting them off and taking practically the rest of Bohemia, as the rest wait a minute, goes to Bavaria, wait no, and Saxony, as the Prussians kind of do a bit of backfighting and push the Saxons a bit back, but not really, as the Prussians are now the favorites to capture. Oh wait, they've already captured Vienna, so the Bavarians get the scraps of Austria. But then a triple war between Prussia, Saxony, and Bavaria starts, as the Bavarians manage to push the Prussians a bit back, but not really, and the Prussians push into Saxony, completely leaving them from this, pushing the Bavarians a bit back over here, and completely capitulating Saxony, as well as a couple small German states on the way. And by a couple, I mean basically this entire family of small German states. Also, what is your family doing for Christmas? Comment down below if you want to, but I'm not forcing you, just do it if you want to. But anyways, these small German countries are depressed now. Just kidding, they don't really exist anymore, but are Prussian. And being Prussian isn't the best thing to do, but I mean, it's something to do. Why is this separated? Same color. But anyways, now it's just a war between Prussia and Bavaria, and the Prussians do pretty good, pushing the Bavarians out and eventually settling on a treaty with Austria, as Austria doesn't exist anymore. But the Habsburgs do a bit of back alley thing in Hungary and take control of Hungary. In the treaty, the Hungarians get all Holy Roman Empire Austrian possessions, basically kicking them out of the Holy Roman Empire, as well as their Italian possessions and, as you already knew, or probably guessed, Belgian possessions. Yes, for some reason I was having troubles finding out Belgium. Why? Just why? But Bohemia would be split along occupational lines, or mostly, but the Prussians would have a bit of an upper hand during the treaty, and would practically become the ruler of Germany, though Bavaria was trying to get that role, as they annexed half Bohemia, or better, most of it. Why? Well, even Bohemia for the Prussians would be fully impossible for them to govern. So they split it into themselves and a Bohemian puppet state, as well as with Saxony in the treaty, fully annexing Saxony and other small German states over here. And it's going to be a pain getting rid of all these small borders. So, see you in a while. Now, as you might see, Bavaria didn't annex all of Austria. Instead, they annexed small territories over here in Czechia and annexed basically everything over here. The reason for that was because even Austria would be unmanageable for, again, a small country like Bavaria, as, again, they didn't have much experience with being Holy Roman Emperor. They wouldn't really have anything to want or do with it, and they didn't know what to do about being it. They wanted to be a Holy Roman Empire emperor, sure, but previously they were a really small state, but they were still in control of Austria, and that's what mattered to them. But right now, it looked more like, let me fix Prussia's borders, as Prussia and both Bavaria was looking more like Holy Roman Empire than ever, as Emperor, I keep messing that up, as ever, as they were in control of most of Germany at this point, basically being Eastern German Empire. But it wouldn't stop there, as a bit after, the Germans would be able to finally become strong enough to finally, I've said finally a lot, govern Bavaria Czechia by themselves, as a new thing happens between the Prussians and the Bavarians. Nice. Now, the Bavarians didn't really expect this, as, well, they thought that they were all powerful and that no one could challenge them, but they weren't, as, I'm not kidding, they would fall faster than they would fall down harder than, I don't know, something, but I don't know. They would fall down harder than, than bricks falling. Yeah, that was terrible, I know, sorry. But anyways, easy thing to do here. Prussia annexes literally all Bavaria, as they have the strength and capabilities to do it, as they are not shy from fully annexing a country. Saxony, Czechia, but they weren't really a country. And at this point, Hungary or the Habsburgs had no way to return back to Germany, as it was looking more and more Prussian dominated, as the Prussians managed to do what they couldn't and subjugated Salzburg. Oh wait, no, it wasn't what they couldn't. They couldn't do it because, well, they were both in the Holy Roman Empire, but let's not talk about that. As the Prussians are basically breaking the Holy Roman Empire from the inside. As, well, I don't think there's anyone else you can decide now. Like, seriously, no one else is going to be able to be Holy Roman Empire other than the Germans. Talking about the Prussians, they annexed these small territories up here, and practically unified Germany. Just kidding, they still have a long ways before they do that, but they're getting pretty close. As, let me zoom out again to put that into perspective. They have literally the entire half of the Holy Roman Empire, and they are not friendly either, as they begin a blitzkrieg. I can't say that, but blitzkrieg, for all I know, through many different German countries, basically from both sides, as different countries fall to the Germans. And by this point, people, and Britain especially, is getting worried that Prussia is going to unify Germany way faster than they thought Germany would actually be unified. As Blitzkrieg is really bad. They managed to push through half of Germany. Half. Put that into perspective. As they even managed to kick the Dutch out of their tiny German dot as that you just saw me taking off there. And more people are becoming scared of Germany ruling Germany. Prussia ruling Germany. Sorry, I'm just sleepy right now. Please, I need sleep. But anyways, Prussians are the major hegemons of Germany. As, like, seriously, after seeing this without borders, who else do you think would unite Germany? Seriously, tell me. Oh yeah, I almost forgot that you existed. Yeah, you're German now. Now, the great powers of Britain, France, Russia, and by this point, not really Austria, but they still exist, are worried about Prussia unifying Germany, but seriously, they've basically unified Germany, as Hanover is looking more and more endangered, as the Germans are simply surrounding it and the British prepare for possible war with the Germans. And yes, they are finally called the Germans now, as they've basically unified 75% of Germany. Correct me if you want, that's 75%. Obviously it isn't. Don't correct me, please. But Germany is looking way worse than it actually was, due to it being unified like 7 years before it was supposed to be unified. Seriously, Germany should not be unified. Stop. Seriously, Prussia, stop. We do not want you unifying Germany. Seriously, stop, Prussia. Stop. Bad. But anyways, Prussia keeps annexing parts of Germany. Wait, does that actually just contain it? Oh, it actually contains it to the Holy Roman Empire. Never mind. That's helpful. But anyways, the Prussians are the Germans now. There isn't any containing that, as the only thing they're missing is Hanover. And the British are scared to death about that, as they want Hanover for themselves, as it's the only real outpost they have on mainland Europe. And as, well, this becomes a looming threat, I can't not see why they would be scared. Like, seriously, Prussia has unified Germany at this. They're literally just missing Hanover, and they're done. Actually, technically, they're missing Schleswig, I think? No, Holstein. I don't remember, but they're missing that, and then they unify Germany, but that's practically nothing. Now, Britain decides to form a coalition against the Holy Roman Empire at this point, like, actually even bigger than the Holy Roman Empire, due to them owning East and territories here. But these guys very do much know what will happen if they lose this coalition. They will get absolutely destroyed by Prussia, and they do not want that. So they make sure that they become, well, they know that Prussia has really good generals, but oh wait, no, they haven't. Napoleon, yes. But by now, the HRE is dissolved. There is no point in having this thing anymore, other than, I don't know, luxury, as Germany is the HRE at this. Like, seriously, there is no doubting. They have become the HRE, they are the HRE, but are technically called Germany, as they do not want to be related to the HRE, due to them technically being related from the Teutonic Knights, due to them owning Prussia. But again, they don't really exist. So, the coalition begins, as Venice, Hungary, Poland, the Dutch, just kidding, they're only doing it if they get, like, massive amounts of money. The French and the British all form a coalition against the Germans. But this goes poorly for them, best I can say. As, let's just say that Venice collapses immediately, as even Austria, or no, not Austria, Hungary comes in to take a bite of it. Already, that's one ally gone. Then goes Sardinia Piedmont. France is next, as the Dutch are now terrified, but first goes the British. There goes Hanover. The French now are in a difficult position. position as the Prussians break through major lines of defense and are now attacking from virtually everywhere. Worse than the 100 Years' War. Yes, I've said that before. If you watched the first video, watch it. Seriously, it's not that good, but watch it. The Germans also make advances into Poland from every side. Like, seriously, the Polish... Actually, this is their second time. This is their technically first time being invaded by Germany. It takes a while to draw these occupations. I mean, it won't take that long for you, but it will for me. And these are roughly the occupation lines in Poland. And you might be saying, well, Germany looks way too overpowered. Obviously, you're buffing them or something. No, this is the HRE under Prussia. What else would you expect? Now, time to take another while to draw occupation lines for Austria. Wait, no, not Austria. Hungary. And these around the occupation lines for Austria, as it does not look very good for the, well, at this point, Entente. But the one thing that it's looking for is the British, as thankfully their navy is able to keep them safe from any invasion, or any German invasion. Oh wait, I feel like I've heard that. Oh, but the Germans keep pushing into France, basically capitulating it. From the inside, sure, but the French can't really do anything about it, as their army has been decimated, and it looks more and more like, well, Paris is getting captured. Seriously, Paris is going to get captured. These were around the front lines in World War I. Paris was right here. Okay, Paris is about to get captured. And it doesn't look that good for Budapest either, as Poland is also getting pushed majorly back. I mean, majorly. As Lithuania practically gone. Yeah. And the first nation we see surrendering is Austria-Hungary. Or Hungary. But Poland and France aren't really put behind that line yet, as sure, they might be captured, but not that captured. But remember, if a person surrenders, they aren't immediately captured. So, in typical Polish fashion, this isn't, well, occupied, but the Germans try to rush and get it occupied, but they're being a bit slow, and the Polish managed to occupy some parts of Hungary! Oh my gosh, I can't talk today. But this occupation is short-lived, as this is practically the biggest they're going to get, as the Germans quickly finally occupy all of Hungary, and things aren't looking good for Poland either, as happens. Yeah, that doesn't look too good for Poland. Actually, they look worse than under Russia. Can't believe that. Yay. But then France is pushed to the verge of collapse as Paris is captured, and they're getting closer and closer to capitulating France. As Paris is finally captured, both giants surrender, and the only one left is Britain, which will probably just surrender, as well as, well, the Germans occupied this Swedish Pomerania. The Swedish do not like this, but they can't really do anything about it due to, well, this. So, let's look at what a treaty looks like. This is the peace treaty. As you can see, Germany took a big chunk out of France, basically completely annexed Sardinia-Piedmont, though leaving them with Sardinia, annexing Croatia and Burgenland from Hungary, and Danzig from Poland, landlocking this giant, and also forming a puppet state out of Lithuania, or Lithuania right here. Actual Lithuania at this time would be this big. Actually, a little less, but still. That puts it into comparison. As Germany now dominates this world. I hope you guys will enjoy this new type of content, and I'll mark this the end for the video. Tell me if you want a continuation, and see you again. Bye.